Hello everyone, the Imagination Station here. Now before the episode begins, this episode will be based on Paw Patrol, Marshall Gone Missing. Anyways, without further ado, I present to you The Stories of Animals, Season 1, Episode 7, Lucky Runs Away. The Imagination Station presents a episode based on Paw Patrol Marshall Gone Missing by Sir Horror. And The Stories of Sodor by Victor Tanzik. I happily present to you The Stories of Animals, Season 1, Episode 7, Lucky Runs Away. It had been 2 days ever since Patch, Penny, and Lucky had their encounters with the ghost of Pete. But so far, no one else had had encounters with the ghost of Pete. Meanwhile, one day, the three Dalmatians were talking with each other. "Man, I've been through worse," said Lucky. "I don't know," said Patch. "I don't know what that ghost wants from us. But all I know is that we have to watch our back. Who knows who he will target next?" You do make a good point," said Penny. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that something is not right. So, let's just see. We better see. We need to be careful. Later that day, Penny and Patch were talking to each other when Rosie showed up. "Hi there, Rosie." "Oh, hi there." "Wow, you look so pretty and pink." "Aw, thank you. I was created this way." But then, meanwhile, Lucky was talking with Lucy, and they were playing bump each other. I know, bumping each other, it's like pushing each other. But unfortunately, Lucy pushed Lucky too hard that it made him crash into Rosie. Oh! Oh! Then, cowering before Lucky's sister and brother, and cowering before Rosie, Lucky knew he screwed up big time, but unlike his previous mistakes, this one he couldn't count it as a joke. Sorry, said Lucky, trying to apologize. Sorry? Sorry? said Rosie. All you ever do is say sorry. You could have hurt us with your clumsy attitude. And even worse, you made me get close to Patch and Penny. Can't you do anything right, Lucky? Now we all feel uncomfortable near each other, said Penny. But I didn't mean to, said Lucky. Doesn't matter. Every day, every time, said Patch. You always screw things up. I don't even know why my mom gave birth to you, and I don't know why my dad took care of you if you're gonna keep mess everything up. You should have died when you were after you were born. You almost died, but you should have died after birth. Fine. If that's what you want, I'll go. Are you out of your freaking minds? Do you see what you have done? Ugh, who cares, Lucy? You know what? I care. You know what? I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. I'm going to go over to your father and tell him what you guys said. And Lucy left, feeling very angry and furious. Hiding somewhere else, Lucky never cried as hard as he did in his entire life. He cried and cried very hard. They hate me. All of them. And more importantly, Dad doesn't even care. You know what? Maybe I should just leave. You know what? That's it. I'm running away, and I'm not returning back to the closet. Let's see how they can manage a closet without... Let's see how they can live without me. Meanwhile, in the closet, after Penny and Patch apologized to Rosie about what Lucky had done, or what had happened, they went back to having a chat with each other. But they soon would feel regret, because everything happened all at once. You! Rosie, Penny, and Patch turned around to see where the voice had come from. it was Lucy with Penny and Patch's father. And they weren't too happy at all. Now Penny, Patch, Rosie, Lucy went to me and told me what's happened here. What do you have to say for yourselves? That's what I thought. Rosie, Penny, Patch, I'm very disappointed with you three. Not only that you have hurt Lucky's feelings, but you also said that he should have died after he was born. What is wrong with you? You guys should know that shortly after he was born, he almost died. And it was a very painful experience that me and my owner, we went through. We were just angry, said Penny. Well, I hope you're happy, because your angry words have made Lucky cry. Oh my God, what have we done? I want you to go find Lucky and apologize to him. Yes. And so, Rosie, Penny, and Patch all left to find Lucky and apologize to him. But they would soon realize that Lucky was no longer at the closet. As they got to the spot where Lucky was going, they soon found out that Lucky was gone. Soon they got to the spot where Lucky had cried, but there was no sight of him. And then they looked down. They saw a puddle of water on the ground, but they knew that it wasn't a puddle of water, and that it was a puddle of tears. And they now realized that Lucky had run away. And so Penny and Patch have gone to tell their father. Huh, did you apologize? No. Why? Because when we tried to apologize, when we tried to go to the spot where he was crying there, he was gone. Gone? What do you mean gone? Like, gone. He's not at the closet anymore. What? So, do you mean... Yes. He ran away. No. No. This can't be happening right now. This cannot be happening. What if he gets kidnapped? Or worse, someone hurt him. Oh God. Pongo, just calm down. You're hyperventilating. Just relax. We'll send out a search party to search for him. Sorry, Lucky. Sorry, Lucy. But thank you for just calming me down. I really needed that. Soon, 3 animals came. And it was Percy, Toby, and Emily. They heard about what had happened, and they immediately set off to find Lucky and return him home. Meanwhile, a storm was coming from the west. So the search party had to be canceled. Soon after giving up search, Percy, Toby, and Emily went home. They told Pongo the news. But Pongo, unfortunately, he began to tear up and began to cry, knowing that his son would be in danger in the storm. But that quickly changed to rage. Not only was he furious at his other son and daughter, and Rosie, but he was also worried. So he quickly went out into the night to search for his son. Meanwhile, Lucky was still on his way to the west side of the room. But then the storm finally hit. There was water pouring down everywhere, and thunder was booming in the distance. Lucky was unfortunately scared. He wished that he was with his dad right now, and that he was beside him. And he wished that his brother and sister was right by him, even though they were the ones that hurt him. And then he saw the water. But then there was trouble. Then a large wave crashed over the shore. And then there was trouble. A large wave crashed over him. It crashed over the shore. And then soon, another wave crashed over and then pulled him into the water. Lucky tried to swim, but unfortunately, he even though he could swim, the heavy storm still made the water currents too strong for him to swim. Soon, Lucky was beginning to drown. He tried screaming for help, but it was no good. No one was there. In fact, no one would even be there during a heavy storm. They would all be taking shelter right now. And then, with one final wave, Lucky was pulled underwater. And then he finally drowned. And after Lucky had drowned, and after 5 minutes later, Pongo arrived. Lucky. Then, Pongo saw a body in the water. Oh no, Lucky! And he immediately went into the water and he pulled his son to shore. With the final wave crashing down, Pongo reached the shore. One, two, three, 4, 5, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe. But, unfortunately, Lucky was not breathing. Lucky was not breathing at all. He stopped breathing. He was underwater for 5 minutes. And it turns out that he was unconscious. God. Oh, God. Lucky, please, talk to me. Lucky. No, 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 no! A few minutes later, an ambulance came and took Lucky to the animal hospital. And as soon as the news reached Patch, Penny, and Rosie, they all rushed to the animal hospital where Pongo was waiting. Do you have any new... So, doctor, is my son going to be okay? Unfortunately, as much as I want to say that he's going to be okay, but I'm afraid I've got some bad news. He was underwater for 5 minutes. The strong wave pulled him into the water, and because of that, the strong currents made it too hard for him to swim, and he drowned. And he was underwater for like 5 minutes or so. So right now, he's currently in a coma. Say what? He's in a coma. It may take weeks or maybe even months for him to recover, or maybe for him to wake up. No. After the news was broken to them, Pongo, Patch, Penny, and Rosie all began to cry. But none of them felt even more guiltier than Patch, Penny, and Rosie. They all three of them all three of them all blamed themselves for Lucky's coma. They all thought that all three of them said that all three of them was the cause of Lucky's coma. But are they? The end.